This is a presentation which talks about chatbots and their usefulness. I will start with an introduction of the topic, which is chatbot, then go into details of their usage and how you build chatbot with different platforms. So one will ask that what is a chatbot? So in a simple term, chatbot is a virtual user that are programmed to assist real users on a conversational interface. What it also does, it extends the mobile opportunity to a conversational interface. It has got a very, very simple interface and it does the real work as well. So we are seeing an explosive growth in this technology. There are more than 10 million plus messages being shared every day. There are million plus unique users are being added to this technology every day. There are 100,000 plus developers working on this technology. There are 10,000 plus active bots. There are 1,000 plus companies who are actively working on this technology, deploying this technology. And there are 100 plus new features being built and being added to this chatbot platform. So let me take a real example of the chatbot revolution and the experiences. So can you imagine how the holding pattern that we know from the call centers revolutionized business when they were first introduced? So what used to happen now that you dial in, you hear music, you hear more music, you are asked to make a numeric choice, you hear music, you make one or more choices, you hear music, you hear more music, you learn that all the agents are busy, you are asked to hold the line, you hear more music. So this whole user experience has to change, and that can be improved by introducing technology, by introducing chatbot technology. So any idea how this experience can be improved? Now, how about this experience? Laura, who got a new role and she wants to order new business card. She brings up her phone and connects to the chatbot system of her company and says that, hey, I wanted to order new card. The chatbot goes and recognizes Laura and says that, hey, this was the last order which you did. But I see in the SCM system that you got a new title now. So should would you like your updated title on your new card or not? Lara says yes, and the title gets updated and she gets a new version of the card. So this is an example of a task-based chatbot. The key takeaway is that the chatbot knows about the person and has access to history records. The chatbot also is able to understand the user intent based on normal human conversation. At the end of the process, an order is placed to the printer to produce business card. The order does not require a specific device or a location and can be done on the go. So why a bot useful to us? They allow us to interact in a variety of ways. We can type a message, we can talk to them, or we can tap on them. We can expose this bot in different ways as well. We can surface them through common tools like Facebook Messenger, Cortana, or Skype, which makes much easier for users to interact with, since users are already using these interfaces. So what are the complexity of chatbot? The main complexity is understanding the meaning of the words, the sentences, and then providing a proper response. And this is sometimes also termed as NLP, natural language processing. And that is better explained that a human always use languages to describe their experience and reality. No matter what language a person speaks, there is a commonality. Languages compose sentences based on objects, verbs, and adjectives. The rules that allow people to build meaningful sentences are known as grammar of a language. However, languages alone does not make a great speaker, and thus a person needs to be capable of a rich set of words known as vocabulary. No surprise that the meaning of the word also matters when teaching a computer, a discipline widely known as programming. Let's take Java and object-oriented programming in general. In object-oriented programming, classes represents nouns, methods are verbs, and properties are adjectives. The way you code in a language is equivalent to grammar. But then there is also scope to a language. For example, if you are asked about what the highest mountain is, and you are likely to say Mount Everest. But if the conversation previously was about Switzerland, then the same question comes. The answer would be Mount Rosa. This is because the previous conversation puts a scope on the following talk. So this is a complexity when a chatbot is programmed to learn the intent and scope, search various systems and provide a response. With these similarities in human and computer language, the difference between the two appears to be small. And this is where some of the advanced concept in chatbot come in to detect what human wants and to transform it into what computer understands for it to execute actions and invoke remote services. In this context, artificial intelligence is often mentioned. Artificial intelligence is simplified definition for a computer in a chatbot. So, what are the challenges of natural language processing? Artificial intelligence it is not easy, and if it fails, it certainly fails in a way that would not happen to humans, thus identifying the machine as a silly bot. Here is an example of a Siri interaction. So the user what asks the Siri, I need help, and Siri asks, what can I help you with? Siri, I am bleeding really bad. Can you call me an ambulance? From now on, Siri replies, I will call you an ambulance. Okay? So these are the things if it is not programmed uh, properly or the scope is not defined properly or there is a natural language processing issues, these might happen. Now here is an example. If it is designed well, it works well. So the example is that Siri saves baby's life by calling it an ambulance. So this story is from Australia, Queens, Australia. A mother has personally thanked Apple after voice-activated assistant Siri helped save the life of her baby girl. So Stacy saw her 1-year-old daughter, Gianna, turn blue on a baby monitor and rushed to try and clear her airways. She dropped her phone while hurrying to perform CPR on the child, but remembered the device's voice response capabilities. Stacy shouted, "Hey Siri, call an ambulance," across Gina's bedroom, and the app complied by alerting the emergency services, allowing the mother to focus on reviving her child. She was then able to successfully communicate the family's address on speakerphone before paramedics arrived. Gianna had been suffering from severe bronchitis and a chest infection before she stopped breathing. So let's cover the topic of advances in bot. So next few slides will talk about the advances in bot. Endurance, it's a bot which is a companion for dementia patients. So many people have Alzheimer and they struggle with short-term memory loss. As such, this bot is aimed to identify the deviation in conversational branches that may indicate a problem with immediate recollection. This is quite a challenge and a very ambitious project for an NLP-based system. In addition, these bots are deployed uh, over the cloud. So the physician and family members can collaborate, review communication logs taken by the bot, and identify the potential degradations of memory functions and communicative obstacles that can signify deterioration of the patient's condition. So the other example is being used by NBC, where they are helping their news hounds navigate the headlines. So NBC Political app or the political bot allows users to engage with the conversational agents via Facebook to identify breaking news topic that would be of interest to the network's various audience demographics. Okay, after beginning the initial interaction, the bot provided users with customized news results based on their preferences.
If I win, I am going to instruct my Attorney General to get a special prosecutor to look into your situation.
So now let's talk about that how it's been currently used. Now since the bot has become very prevalent, so what are the business applications where the bot is being used? So they are being used in ordering pizzas, product suggestions, customer support, weather, personal finance assistance, news, sending money, find a restaurant, schedule a meeting, search and track flights. And what are the marquee companies which are using them? So Starbucks, Lyft, Fandango, Whole Foods, Sephora, MasterCard, Staple, and these are just few names. So what are some bot building platforms? Business can decide build versus buy. If they have to produce mass products, so they should definitely go with a buy. And there are a lot of companies, they are providing the bot framework. Facebook has a bot engine called Facebook Bot Engine. Microsoft has a Azure bot. Amazon, Amazon bot framework is called Lex. Oracle also provide a bot framework, and they have named it as Mobile Cloud Computing or MCS. So as far as the references is concerned, I got this information from Microsoft, from Oracle, Amazon, my company Venture Forth, where I build chatbots, multiple chatbots interacting with ERP systems and helping users to create work requests, to create work orders, and to see their inventory, stores inventory. And a lot of information was gathered from YouTube as well. Thank you.